Previously on Mashley, Mash is a physically strong boy who lives in a society where magic determines one's social status. Unfortunately, Mash is unable to use magic, which makes him an outcast. Mash made a deal with Brad to become the chosen one in the most prestigious school of magic in the country. Mash won the broom race against his classmate, although through unconventional means. Unfortunately, he soon found himself targeted by a bully and the unfair justice system in the school. Despite this, he standed up for his friend against the bully. Surprisingly, the principal takes notice of his actions and sees potential in Mash becoming a divine visionary who can change the world. As a result of his outstanding performance in the broom race, Mash is forced to participate in the duello competition. However, he can't fly. Mash is left standing on the sidelines since the aerial sport involving brooms requires the use of magic, which he lacks. Spectators grow angry, assuming he's not taking the game seriously. The team captain Tom approaches him, speaking incoherently and putting words in Mash's mouth. His ramblings make little sense, leading Mash to suspect that he might be under the influence of something. Despite this, Tom explains the rules of the game, which involve passing a ball mid-air and through that ring for a point, with the use of magic strictly forbidden. As a skilled duello player himself, Tom recognizes Mash's potential and recruited him for the team. However, before Tom can return to the game, an opposing player crashes into him, causing severe injuries. The girls scream, "Ah, Lord Tom, last year's MVP." The guy apologizes, claiming it was an accident. With the team losing by 40 points, Tom too injured to move, and not much game time left, things are looking dire. But Tom still bestows Mash with his words of wisdom. Winning isn't what matters is that you gave it your all. The Langdorm is leading by 50 points, but Mash refuses to give up. He grabs his broom, grips it, and jumps, surprising everyone with his ability to fly. In reality, he's just moving his legs so quickly that he's levitating. Mash asks for a pass, but the Langdorm scoffs at him, certain that he has no chance against them. As they charge towards him, Mash swings and throws the ball with such force that it knocks them off their brooms and scores a point. The crowd is amazed. Despite being down by 49 points with time running out, Mash isn't deterred. Just as the ball is about to go out of bounds, it comes back to him like a boomerang. With a flick of his finger, Mash gives it a spin and scores another point, earning possession of the ball once again. I mean, the words, "it's not humanly possible," are a bit of cliche at this point. Of course, he does that so fast that the time doesn't even matter. The score is already in 3 digits, capping at 999. The crowd is ecstatic and semi-confused. Mash's goals are record high and everyone was given a silver coin. But why is it a triangle? Finn is happy for him, but he's never doing that again. Suddenly, with a furious look, Tom approaches him, thanking him for becoming a good bamboo. Mash's performance was so fascinating, he was featured in the newspaper. In his interview, Mash credits his success to Tom's exhilarated encouragement. The man reading the newspaper, Lance, recalls Mash from the entrance exam, where he risked failing to help a stranger. He considers Mash naive and checks his pendant, noting that Mash is up next. The next day, Tom calls Mash into duello practice. Lemon invites him to study with her. Both of them are posturing him into becoming great together, but he just wants to be left alone. When he asks Finn for help, he pretends to be asleep. Traitor. Suddenly, Lance approaches the group and expresses interest in joining in on the fun. Tom becomes immediately cautious, as he has never seen Lance before, and the presence of 2 marks indicates that he is a powerful mage. Lemon, on the other hand, recognizes Lance as the top-ranked first-year student from the entrance exam. Though she finds him attractive, she has already given her heart to Mash. Mash isn't exactly having fun, prompting Lance to suggest they do something entertaining. Initially, Mash considers a game of hide-and-seek, but Lance unveils a magical bottle, and after uncorking it, captures Mash's friends inside. Lance then demands that Mash meet him at the forest by the owl's hut if he wishes to free his friends. And swoosh, he's gone. In the forest, Mash wonders what this is about, and Lance wants to make a bet. He also wants to become a divine visionary. Tom knows that Lance is bad news. The majority of the world is single-line magic users, but there are rare exceptions with multiple marks, double-line magic users. They exist in this realm at a rate of 1 in 100,000, considered chosen by the magic itself. Lance wants to bet each other's silver coin, and the winner is decided when the loser can no longer continue or gives up. Any other magic duel is considered taboo in this school. Mash has no choice to accept, if he wants to free his friends, that is, playing on his weakness to help people, just like in the entrance exam. Lance is cocky and is sure that his win is already set in stone. He could never lose against someone who prioritizes others over himself. Mash has had enough of his blabbering and is eager to start the duel. Lance wants to see how long Mash can maintain that attitude, but before that, to make things easier, he makes an arena. Meanwhile, In the same forest, Brad and Regro are wondering how their prodigy is doing when they suddenly hear a massive thud and see the terrain terraforming, stunned at the sight. Mash charges towards Lance despite the latter's flashy show of magic. However, winning against Lance without using magic won't be a piece of cake. Lance casts Graviole, slamming Mash onto the ground. He berates Mash for lacking aspirations despite possessing a silver coin, claiming that he will be the one to become the divine visionary. Lance notes that trying to stand up is futile, as no human can withstand this gravity. Nevertheless, he grabs onto some roots and manages to knock Lance back, breaking the spell. Mash scoffs at him from above. This infuriates Lance, who casts Graviole once again. But this time, Mash stands his ground and attacks with greater speed, knocking off Lance's pendant in the process. As he examines it, he finds a picture of a little girl and mutters under his breath, "He's a lolicon." Mash feels the need to call the police, but Lance explains that he actually has a sister complex, which is only marginally better, prompting Mash to throw the pendant back. Lance wonders what is the most precious thing in the world to him. Cream puff? Wrong. Human life? Wrong. Love, freedom, cream puffs. Wrong, wrong, wrong. It makes Lance spiral out of control, since the answer is obvious as 2 + 2 is 3. Really, what would you say? The most important thing is Lance's little sister. Everyone has different priorities, don't they? Creepy. Lance walks to the edge of the cliff and holds the magic bottle on its edge. He will drop the bottle and speed up its fall using his magic. Lance knows that Mash will try to save them, and that is when he will attack. Lance's love for his sister Anna is unwavering. He recalls how he once got beaten up while saving a bullied kid, which made Anna upset but proud that her brother was so brave. Anna is extremely important to him. However, she suffers from an incurable disease that strips her of her magic power and mark. The doctors have given her no more than 5 years to live. Once Anna loses her powers, their parents will be forced to surrender her to the government. But instead of showing sympathy, Lance's mother laments that such a girl was born into their bloodline. This disgusts Lance, who disowns his own parents and blames the Bureau of Magic for the corrupt system. He is determined to become the divine visionary to save Anna's life. With that thought in mind, he releases the bottle and casts the Graviole spell, accelerating the fall. When he glances back, Mash is in his training outfit, calling out hamstring magic, Big Bang Dash, surprising Lance, as he has never heard of such magic before. The choice of losing or of not rescuing doesn't exist to Mash. He dashes forward, but while Lance is trying to locate him, Mash is already back with the bottle. I know it's cliché, but Lance finds this humanly impossible, but he can't falter now. Mash wants to stop the duel, noting that Lance doesn't seem like a bad guy. Since the bottle is empty, it was fake. Mash dashes to Lance and searches him, finding the bottle. Lance is puzzled by Mash's lack of interest in continuing the fight, as winning would have earned him the coveted silver coin. Mash's tendency towards clumsiness suggests that he struggles with making rational decisions. Lance is reminded of his sister's similar observations about him. Despite the initial conflict, Lance agrees to honor their bet and gives Mash the pizza-shaped silver coin. Mash contemplates what might have happened if they had fought for real. After releasing his trapped friends, they resume their pestering of him. Mash realizes that it would have been wiser to wait until they return to the academy before opening the bottle. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.